always wanted to go into business on his own, and he thought many years that maybe he could do it, and it was quite an expensive deal to do.
In '44, evidently, he got a chance to get this property, and he had some help with Shell Oil Company too, because they put the Shell Oil dock, had fuel on the dock here for both diesel and gasoline.
You couldn't ask for a better boss.
No. If you made a mistake or something, well, he
didn't beat around the bush, he told you.
No, he told you. This is the way we do it. Well, John listened good. He started in like everybody else did. He got the broom, and he was a sweeper.
Working with your dad and working up through him is not an easy issue. But I'll tell you, I went to school, and I'd come home and get educated about what business was and what you can and can't do, and I couldn't have had a better teacher. It's really been a pleasure to be in this business.
The employees, they know their business. They're knowledgeable of the different products that are used on the boats and where they go and how they should be used. You can't try and bluff them, because it's going to come back to you sooner or later. You're going to get caught up.
That's right. That's a good, quick way to get in trouble if you start giving advice or talking about something you don't know. Do the best job you can, good service, and keep your mouth shut if you don't know what you're talking about. And don't be afraid to work.
They know how to work, they get the job done, and they really care about the customer. I don't know of a bunch that will go the extra mile to see that it's done right, but they'll give that extra effort, and they really care about the customer. We deal from paint to bolts to stoves to your controls, and it takes time to study, to know your product. But our guys seem to stay up to speed. We try to do the best to keep them to speed. I don't know of any group in the marine supply business on the West Coast that can keep up with this group, bar none.
Kurt said, all I ever wanted to do from the time I can remember was run this company and make this company something that just continues on through time.
Thanks for 65 years of leadership. These guys lead by example every day. And it says, and we'll always remember to take the high road. And from Axel to John to Kurt, may we always follow you up the high road.
Pretty moving moments. What do you say? What do you say? If you think I'm quitting, wrong. I'm sorry, Kurt. It just be a little bit less, but if you think I'm going to miss all the fun and all the things that we do or the changes that go on, I would rather be no place than sharing this every day with you guys, because it is fun, it's different, and now I got different people to blame if it goes haywire. So, thank you.
My father, somewhere, would like to say a few words.
Group. We had a great meeting. It was a good time. But I'd like to do something right now that all football players do, you know, when they run in. That's for my dad, actually. I'm not sure he would comprehend what we've done here, all of you. And it's taken every one of you in your different locations, and we're all over to do this together. I really think we should do this annually. I thank you from everybody, and thank you for your participation. The one thing I really want to touch on is our employees that have retired and the ones that have gone before us. We're standing on their shoulders, and we're going to take this to another different level. And I want to thank Scott and Bill for the words, because there's a lot out there to do yet, and we're going to have a lot more fun.
When I was in high school.
No, I wasn't there yet.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I came back from school, and you were there, right? Because then I worked summers. Shit, see, this is bad.
I don't remember you working summers. I remember him working summers.
That was like 82 was, I think, my first summer. Your first summer would have been like 79.
79.
Yeah,
It was my first summer.
I didn't get there till 80.
Till 80, but I was there in 80 when,
Okay.
That's when Axel died. Was 80.
No, I was still in Westport then.
Okay. So you weren't there
Because he
yet.
died in Westport.
That's right.
No, I wasn't there yet.
Okay. I just want to get my head squared around
Well,
here.
that's
so
the
I
problem
don't-
we're all having.
We gotta remember.
Yeah.
Goes back a few years.
My first memory of that goddamn place is walking into a hellhole.
Yeah.
in Charleston.
Oh,
The junkyard.
with
The,
and Louise and Emery, great people, very nice, but you walk into the back room where the stove and where their living quarters were.
Yeah.
They had geese back there.
Yeah. And dogs.
And dogs and
Cat,
stuff running
chickens.
around the place. Oh my God, I'll never forget that.
no,
By
even,
the time I got there, Ron had cleaned most of it up.
yeah, but the geese still.
Not Ron cleaned it up.
Oh, yeah.
I cleaned it up. Trust me. When
I spent all summer still running those geese out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you opened the warehouse door, they would come marching in and then
Gus.
Yeah. Oh, Gus.
Yeah.
That's good memory.
Yeah.
And Grumpy was one. But then, yeah, they'd leave all the mess behind, and I got to clean it up.
Where's John? Is he supposed to be here?
John has opted to stay out of this because he feels that there will be better stories if he's not present.
Oh.
That wouldn't stop us.
Yeah.
That's not gonna stop us.
You know what, that wouldn't stop
I
him?
refuse to talk if John's not here. My whole thing is, I love to talk about John when he's right there, but I like to talk about him behind his back, so I make him turn around. If he's not here, I'm not saying a word. It's no fun.
He's listening in.
Yeah,
So it'll be the same thing.
yeah, I hope so.
Oh, good.
Otherwise, it'd be nice.
See, she's the quiet one.
I know, I'm sensing.
So when I went into the England Marine, I looked around and I said, well, there's more now boards in here. Because I've never stepped, and so I walked in and I told you I see help wanted in the papers or somebody I can talk to, and so they sent me into Axel to sit down and have Axel. And so we introduced ourselves, and he said, so you looking for a job? And I said, boy, yeah, I am. And he said, well, why did you pick us? And I told him, I said, Axel, Mr. England, I didn't say Axel at that time. I said, I just figured you sold outboards. I didn't have any reason to come in here. And he says, well, now you see. And he says, so what makes you think that you want to work in a marine supply store? And I told him the story of how much I loved commercial fishing. I had so many friends in it. I had just decided that I couldn't take the chance of not getting a paycheck every month because I had a family, and I saw a lot of my friends that commercial fished have to miss a season or because of weather, because of whatever, and I couldn't do that. But So I got to thinking that the closest I can get to commercial fishing is working in the business with them. So, and I told Axel this is how I felt, and when I got to thinking about it, I really would like to do that. And he says, okay, he says, I think at that time there was 5 full-time people working there, and then and Gordy, right? And that's, yeah, there was 4. And then there was the secretary. So 4 people there and 1 in Ilwaco. And so he says, we need somebody here, and if you're willing to work, I says, I will work. And I want to learn the business. And Axel looked at me and he says, you got some of the most knowledge in the commercial fishing in this store right here than you do up and down the coast. With Gordy and Oscar, and so I said, boy, I want to learn this. He says, well, you're going to learn how to pump gas first.
I'll follow Ron, just because my background is completely different, the complete opposite of his. I didn't like fishing, I never went fishing, I didn't like boating, I didn't really like to be on the water. But I've been a lumber and plywood